Hello, my name is Sarah and welcome to my narrative presentation for the World of Maths. Today I'll be discussing a learning experience that is set up for children in the kinder room aged 4 to 5 year olds. This activity is called grocery shopping. For this activity, the focus concept is for the children to engage in counting and role-playing with money. The learning outcomes that link to this learning experience is outcome 4, children are confident and involved learners, element 4.4.2, children use their senses to explore natural and built environments, and outcome 5, children are effective communicators, element 5.2.4, children take on roles of literacy and numeracy users in their play. This activity will be set out in a learning area where a grocery store with shelves of ingredients and prices will be displayed for the children. This activity is set out for the children to explore at their own pace. A way to introduce this activity to the children will be with a welcoming voice saying, "Who wants to go shopping? What should we get from the grocery store to make a cake?" if children want to make a cake. By role modeling, the children will have an understanding on how they can explore this activity, as according to tips, there are two concepts that require attention for this activity, and they are context and application. This activity will aim for children to expand their vocabulary, as open-ended questions will be explored, such as, what ingredients should we buy to make the cake? How much flour should we buy to make the cake? Do we have enough money to buy the ingredients to make the cake? This activity will be set out in an open environment for the children to explore. Educators will take into account how the children respond and react to this experience. According to the All Kinds of Maths, children need to have the ability to form and use associations to progress in mathematics. Scaffolding will be demonstrated in this activity as stated by Fleer and Reban. There are 3 ways of scaffolding. Educator may model for the children the activity, educator may work together with the children, and educator may encourage the children to demonstrate the concept of this activity. This activity will encourage children to work together as they interact with one another on how to take on this learning experience. The resources will be set out on shelves in an open space where children have the freedom to walk around and participate when they want to. By asking open-ended questions throughout this activity, such as, how many ingredients do we buy? Wow, there are a lot of eggs here. How many should we buy to make our cake? The numeracy skills will be brought out as they engage in problem solving. This activity is a play-based learning where there are no right or wrong answers. As stated in the belonging, being, and becoming, a play-based learning is a context for learning through which children organize and make sense of their social worlds as they engage actively with people, objects, and representations. The benefits for play-based learning is that children are exploring their intellectual development, their thinking, and their motivation. This activity aims to help children acknowledge the concept of numeracy and mathematics as the children are using their ability to tackle problems with initiative and confidence. As the children explore this activity, they are making sense of their experiences and relating new phenomena to those they already know as they interact by seeing, listening, and touching things. At this age, children are curious, and it is in this time that children need to engage in exploring, conjecturing, and thinking rather than engaging in learning of rules and procedures. That is how children learn mathematics, according to Angelini. This activity links to the cognitism learning theory. According to Muhammad, cognitism is a learning theory that focuses on the processes in learning rather than the observed behavior. Through this activity, children will engage in interacting with their environment by touching, seeing, listening, as they make sense of this activity. The cognitism learning theory is about focusing and connecting the learning that takes place. As the children engage in role-playing in the grocery store, they explore the numeracy skills, as they use pretend money to buy ingredients, but they are also exploring their literacy skills as they identify the prices of the ingredients. Educators are encouraged to guide the children and independently explore the environment, but guide them to broaden their imaginative and numeracy skills. According to Charlesworth, children learn with understanding when learning takes place in a meaningful and familiar situation. Vygotsky was a learning theorist who implemented the cognitism learning theory. He believed that fundamental role of a social interaction in the development of cognition as he believed that the community played a central role in the process of making meaning, according to Saul McLeod. Vygotsky embedded this learning theory to show how important it is for children to use their social skills as they acknowledge their cognitive, social, and emotional development within themselves. Educators need to be aware that literacy and numeracy capabilities are important aspects of communication and are vital for successful learning across the curriculum, which is why linking an activity to a learning theory is a great aim for educators to know how to set out an open-ended environment for children to explore their numeracy and social skills within their development. Thank you for listening to my presentation.